This Thursday, on The Gatherings, the team gets ready to travel to Breathitt County, Kentucky, to the public library for what is expected to be a night of thrills. Some of 606 Paranormal's most haunted dolls will be on site, along with Stacia and Lloyd Gullett and myself, Chris Sloan, for an evening of discovery and questions, as well as the newest addition, and quite possibly one of the most haunted dolls in the collection of 606 Paranormal, Reagan. In the past, Breathitt County has been hit with more than its fair share of tragedies, including the devastating flooding of 1939, and it was just as bad in more recent years. Flooding, murders, and tragedies of all sorts have plagued a region that so many people have called home. Will any of these events spur activity at the tour? We'll also meet some of the new cast members from the upcoming cinematic documentary, April. Kylie Tackett, Pugh, and newcomer Cadence Gullett. It's this Thursday, June 8th at 9 p.m., The Gatherings, on youtube.com/Chris Sloan Media. Follow us and like us for more. Stay mysterious. I've never seen anything like this.
Can you come through and talk to anybody that's in the chat room?
Oh, God.
George.
Is there anything? Oh, my. No, the progressive. Stop.
George.
Is there anything? Oh, my.
Hi, Chris. Find out.
24 hours, less than. We're 24 hours a day or away from it. 24 hours away from the haunted doll kick. Actually, we're probably a lot less than that. Yes, hashtag scared Lloyd. Everybody's going crazy over scared Lloyd. And yeah, we had to change up the vocals a little bit and this and that. So, good evening,
That's good.
everybody. Welcome to the
That's
gatherings. I'm
great.
your host, along with Stacia Underwood Gullett. I'm Chris Sloan. Hope that your week has been good and hope that your weekend is going to look better. And I hope that we get to see you tomorrow evening at the Breathitt County Public Library for the Haunted Doll Tour, where you'll not only meet Lars and Tobias, but Jenny and Elsa, I'm hoping. And also, of course, we are looking at the newest addition to 606 Paranormal and that haunted doll collection. Her name is Reagan. And I've got a feeling that before long, anybody that watches this show is knowing that they're not going to need any introduction to this particular doll. However, Saturday night, Reagan has plans. I hear that Lloyd is taking her out on a date.
No, he's not.
He doesn't want any part of it. Guys, we have got two very special guests in tonight. We was hoping to have four, but due to prior commitments, they couldn't make it on tonight, and we understand that. So we're going to invite them back on just a little bit down the road. But we have two very important cast members of the upcoming cinematic documentary, April, the Mountain Mystery of April Renee Pennington. We are going to be beginning shooting that very soon. And of course, we wanted to introduce you to them, maybe ask them a few questions and get to know them. But I can tell you there's very specific reasons why we have these people to play these roles. Number one, their abilities are phenomenal. Number two, they have a keen understanding of the roles that we're going to be playing here. Now, of course, most of you know that we change names from time to time. And Brenda is actually representative of someone else. But when I thought of Brenda and the overlap in character that she is, I thought of one person right off the bat that could play her. And I was very fortunate that she said absolutely. And she's doing it more than anything to honor April and to get the story out. And let me tell you something. If there's a soul out there that can rattle some cages, it would be this young lady. She is like a daughter to me. She has been for years. I love her to pieces. Ladies and gentlemen, she is also a Patreon member and a big supporter of the Mountain Mysteries and a big supporter of the gatherings. This is Brooke Casey. Hi, Brooke.
Hi.
How are you doing, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I am older, fatter, and closer to retirement. I hope. I'm starting to get
Glad
that
to
whole.
see you.
I'm starting to get that whole what is it, that biker thing back among me
Oh,
with
yeah.
the and all that stuff. So, how's your day been? Very busy, I'm sure.
Very busy.
Very busy. You know, I approached you. I don't know, what was it? Maybe a month or God no, it's longer than that. 2 months ago, 3 months ago,
Yeah.
and talked to you about playing Brenda.
Mm-hmm.
And I've made it clear. And of course, just so you know, this episode's really not for kids. And I made the comment, you are a sweetheart, but you can turn bitch 0 to 60 right now when you need to.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you need to. You can go hard. You can be that person. And when I thought of some of the things and some of the ways that Brenda was, I thought to myself, well, there's one person, and I even told Stace this, I think, didn't I, Stace? I said, I'm not sure if she will or not, but we can ask. And even Stace off the bat said, oh my God, she'd be perfect. She'd be perfect. Even though you are beautiful. The other one, not so much. So we may have to dull you down a little.
The other one, not so much.
We're going to have to dull you down a lot. You're going over and roll around the mud. You be all right. Somebody stick a fork in her. She's done.
You got a red marker so we can make some marks right here?
Yeah.
Why, sure. We can
So
get
let
one.
me ask you a question.
Play
When I
box.
asked you about it, what was your first thought?
I automatically knew right off the bat I was going to say yeah.
Okay.
Because I want to honor April and I want to get the truth out there. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I was real excited that you guys had asked me to be a part of it.
Well, we're tickled to
I
death. I
wanted
mean,
you from
you
the
and
start,
your family I know your mom is a big supporter of us. Your little girl even likes it.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, she thinks the world of us, and we think the world of her too. So we're tickled. So let me ask you a question. What do you think Brenda's perspective was towards April and towards life?
Um, More of if she didn't care, she wanted it to go her way. It was either
Hmm.
her way or the highway.
Yeah, and of course, that's going to be very interesting to see how you come about. Stacy and I searched high and low for our April.
Yes, we did.
We reviewed, and don't get me wrong, everything that we saw, all the test vids and all this stuff, the test videos, they were great, and
Yeah,
we certainly
we really
appreciate
appreciate it.
everything. Yeah, we really do. But there was this one that jumped out at us, and it was this little girl sitting in a truck, and she had this great big loving smile on for the man in her life. And right off the bat, I said, "Oh my God, that reminds me so much of April and John." Now, John wasn't his real name, of course, but the first thing I thought when John was in a room, the only person April would look at was him. That's the same thing with this young lady. And the young man that she's dating, who is named Jacob, could not be with us this evening, but he has agreed to play the role of John because they both tried out in the vid. And I thought to myself, again, this is just absolutely perfect. Because one of the questions they asked me during the initial meeting was, she ain't gonna have to kiss no other guy, is she? And I said, no, it's gonna be you because we'd like for you to play the role of John. Uh, this whole thing is going to take a little bit of work, but we knew that when we started it, and it's going to be great. So we would like to introduce you to the young lady who's going to play April Pennington right now. Her name's Kylie Tackett. Kylie, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you?
Well, first off, thanks for being on the gatherings. The gatherings, we really appreciate it. I'm living proof that everybody makes mistakes. The only mistake that you can't recover from is when you don't even try. So it's, but we were very excited when you accepted the offer to play the role, and we still are. Tell me, you've listened to the podcast, you've watched the YouTube video that the Foreman brothers did called "Chasing Evil." I think it was the story
Mm-hmm.
of April Pennington, in which Stace and Sharon were involved in that. Of course, they were heavily involved in that, and there were the three brothers who came in and they made the video. And you've learned about April.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on her? Who do you, I mean, how do you plan to approach this? What was your thoughts on who she was as a person?
Earth person, and you could just tell she was a good person from what I've been told.
She was a sweetheart,
Yeah.
but she was a 5'2" inch stick of dynamite. She'd only light that fuse if somebody she loved felt threatened. Now, don't get me wrong. If she felt threatened herself, she could only be pushed so far. But you could push her further than you could the people she loved and cared about. Be that her family, friends, etc., etc. Especially, she had a thing for elderly people and children. Kind of like somebody else I know, Stace.
Tells you we were a lot alike.
Very much. Very much. We hope to begin filming in the next few weeks. I had a big problem with the script, and that was transitioning April from young to when she was young. She passed away young, but when she was a little girl, into telling that story into her teen years, into high school, because all of this really started throwing down about the time she was in middle school, 7th and 8th grade. I'm thinking probably around 8th grade. That's when things really started going downhill and going away. Sharon told me during the podcast episode, I asked a very specific question. I said, how old was she when you saw that she started to shut down? And without hesitation, Sharon said 15. She was 15. And she recited an instance in which April was no longer speaking to her very much, and she would actually go in and hang a blanket over her window because she felt threatened and there was possibly a peeping Tom involved. So we've got some of that going on. And then, of course, there were other people that played a role in it. And, probably the hardest thing that we're going to have to film is, well, I don't want to give too much of the movie away, what we've already got scripted out and planned out. But, the hardest thing is going to probably have to be reliving seeing her not alive. For me, that's probably going to be the hardest part. And I've already talked to Kylie about this and how I want this done and how we're going to do this. Stace, of course, and Lloyd was there. So tonight, we have really got our protagonist and our antagonist face to face on here. And I even went to Kylie and I looked at her and I said, "Now, honey, look, Brooke is a sweetheart. So don't be afraid when she gets up in you." It's acting. And Kylie was with that. She was okay. But Brooke really is. She's a doll. She's a peach. She's a sweetheart. We love her to death. She can be downright goofy sometimes. If you ain't figured that out yet, wait till you get on set. You'll see it. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be sitting there going, "Oh, sweet mother of God, you're driving me crazy." But it's all in fun. And you know what? I can't tell you about making movies, but I think they should be fun. And Paramount and Universal, they're not financing this. I am. And I don't care to openly admit it because I think April and her story needs to be told, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But Universal is going to be doing some of the music. We are getting some of the music from Universal Studios, Hollywood, California. I had sent them a little email. "Hey, I'm working, on this yada, yada, yada." And I thought, well, that was a waste of time. I'll never hear back from them. And it was what, Stacey? Maybe a week later, if that.
Yeah, not even a week.
A guy named Chris with a K. And that's how he told me. He said, "I'm Chris with a K." He said, "I see you're Chris with a C." And I said, "Yeah, who are you?" He said, "Oh, I'm Chris with Universal." I said, "Universal what? Universal Plumbing? Universal Electric? Universal Cameras? Universal Tires?" He said, "Universal Films." And I went, "Hang on, I gotta open the door." I freaked Dad out. And I said, "Are you serious?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm responding to your email." He said, "Tell me a little bit more about your story." He said, "I already talked to my boss about it." And so I told him the premise. And really, it's called an elevator pitch. You're in an elevator. You're going up to the 15th or the 10th floor. You got a few minutes to pitch an entire idea. So I said, she was 16, poor, fell in love with probably one of the wealthiest people around at that time. And he fell in love with her. And she wound up dead. He said, "Well, who did it?" I said, "That's the whole thing. There's nothing but theories and conjecture." I said, "So we are going to expose these theories and these conjectures and try to get to the bottom of it." Now, best case scenario, if sunshine and rainbows poured down on me and leprechauns bought me a little pot of gold, somebody gets arrested because somebody talks and somebody says, "They did it. I was there. I saw it." Best case scenario. Worst case scenario is people never forget April Pennington. Why did this whole thing start, Stacy? Why did the Mountain Mystery start?
Because of Miss April.
Because of Miss April. Driving home from work one day, I've told this story a blue million times. Driving home from work one day, had her on my mind, Googled her. Only thing I could find is find a grave. Google her name now. It's a little different.
Yep.
And I thank God for that. I had nothing to do with that. I told you I'm not smart enough to make this happen. There's something working through us here. And by us, I mean my right hand and I. She's sitting up there. We look like the Brady Bunch right now. Here's the story.
We do, don't we?
Yeah. She's sitting right. Go ahead and jam down with it. She's sitting right up there in the upper, my right-hand corner. It stays. She's my right hand. She always has been. The best thing I ever did was get her in on the episode that was Afterlife, because right then I knew she's the other half of this. She's the other half of the gatherings, the Mountain Mysteries. And ever since then, it's been great. I couldn't have it any other way. So, big question: are you guys excited about this, Kylie, Brooke?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
really
yeah.
excited.
Well, we hope to be able to sit down with everyone involved. Some of the people that have already cast, of course, Kylie, Jacob is going to play John. He's your boyfriend in real life. So that probably makes things a little easier. That's good.
Like,
You're like, yeah, I've held his hand, and we went out for a while. And Brooke, you know the role, and we're going to get you to where you know it even better. Kylie, we're going to do the same thing with you. KK, I call him KK. Caden is going to be playing the role of Tim Stambo. Now, Tim, despite a lot of people's popular opinion, was not April's boyfriend. They were not skinny dipping that night. What Tim was to her and a lot of other people her age was like an older brother. It was like an older brother, is exactly what he was. Tim was like an older brother to just about anybody that was decent to him. He was kind of a quiet guy, but he would give you the shirt right off of his back if you needed help. He would literally give you his last buck. So I get where that's coming from. I think Kay would be a perfect fit. And then, of course, we're going to find a guy that we named Reggie for the movie. You think about that long enough, you'll figure out who it is. And Kylie. Love her. She is so sweet and so beautiful. She is playing a girl named Rochelle, who is based on, and all these people that we've done the name changes on, they're based on real people. But when you see Kylie, you're like, wow. And Kylie can pull this off. So it's going to be a lot. And is it going to be deadpan deliver? No, it's going to be an interpretation of. But, I actually had somebody, well, how long do you think this will last? I think it was Chris from Universal. And I said, they're probably looking at a runtime of about 80 to 120 minutes. And his only word was perfect. He said, well, let me call you back. So he calls me back. I don't know. It's the next day or something. And, of course, I'm excited because the phone comes up Los Angeles, California. I'm like, oh, yeah. And I said, hello. And he said, hey, Chris, this is Chris. And I said, Chris with a K. He said, Chris with a C. He said, you've got to go ahead from Universal. He said, I'm going to send you to our site, and you pick out what you want. He said, just put our name in there in the credits. Music by. I was like, duh. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, we are very excited about this because let me tell you something. If you watch a really creepy video and it's got that eerie music behind it, it loses all of its luster when you take that music away.
That's true.
The music in any film is a character within that film. It's not the film. It's not the story. But it is a character to convey emotion. And the music, as everybody knows who's ever driven fast listening to Sammy Hagar singing I Can't Drive 55, it pumps the emotion. Be it Sammy Hagar, or be it Enya, or be it Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On, or whatever. You take away, I'm serious, mute the scene in Titanic where she says, I'll never let go, I'll never let go, I'll never let go. Then she lets go. And watch what happens.
You can't pay me to watch that over again.
It's not nearly as effective.
I'll never watch it again. It's I like to die.
Somebody took this scene in The Empire Strikes Back, which is one of my all-time favorite films, where Darth Vader is walking, and you got the Imperial March music going on, right? And they replaced it with Yakety Sax from the Benny Hill Show. I laughed. I couldn't help it because it's Yakety Sax. But then you put the Imperial March theme behind Benny Hill, and all of a sudden you're going...
Is that the theme to Benny Hill you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they put that behind Darth Vader walking. I was like... all of a sudden, that big, threatening, menacing, 6'6" towering bulk isn't so threatening. But little Benny Hill was when you heard dun, 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 dun. Music. Big part of it. That's why I used it in the podcast. Stace, did you ever listen to an episode that made you teary-eyed?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I've had several people say that.
absolutely.
You can feel the emotion.
Wait till this one comes out.
Wait.
Just wait.
Our target date is October 6th. We'll see, because let me tell you something. I set the schedule. And this isn't a bragging thing. This is a thing saying I would rather have quality than quantity any day. I want Kylie to look great on film. I want Brooke to look great. I want Jake to look great. I want KK to look great. I want Sharon, Stace, and I. Stace and I are going to be in this thing. And Stace and I are probably going to do quite a bit of acting that isn't really acting itself, even though we are separate from the situation. It's going to be told from our point of view as to what we have seen.
Yep.
And some of the things that I say to her and some of the things that she says to me are going to be very real because we've had these conversations before. We've had that conversation where she said, if you don't do this thing, it's going to kill you. Look at what it's doing to you now. And I just do this. See, I can give her that look because I love her. She's, not to get emotional here, but she's who my Trevor was, who my brother Trevor was to me. And I really think that he sent you to me. I have no doubt. I told you on your mama's porch or on her deck, there's a reason we crossed paths again.
That's the truth. You're right.
And there is. Because without her and without Brooke and without so many other people, I would have done lost my mind.
Yep.
And I know Brooke loved him as much as I do. She was crazy about it.
Absolutely.
You loved his hair.
Oh, that hair.
She was that hair. But this is
He
going to
was
be an
cute.
exciting thing.
Sweet.
And I am very interested to see, but I'm not going to put either on you on the spot, how you're going to approach this. And I've already explained to you both what method acting is, and it's an option that you can use. It's just basically going back at a time in your life. You know, if you need to be in a scene in which your character is hurting, then you go back to a time in your life when you were hurting, and you literally take 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, and you get yourself there. And you start doing whatever it takes to get yourself back to that scene. But my advice to you is don't go too far. You see, some years ago, I did an audiobook, and an audiobook is pretty much acting. That's how I treated it. The name of the book was The Sinners Club. The lead character in it, which I played, was named Gaius, and he was an atheist. I got so deep into it that I started to think like him. The next thing you know, I'm in a place darker than the gates of hell. And it took a whole lot of prayers to pull me out of that. So that's the danger of method acting. You also might have heard of another guy that did it, and it cost him. His name was Heath Ledger. He couldn't sleep anymore after he did that iconic role of the Joker. But by the same token, when you need to be happy, then you take yourself to a happy place, a happy moment in your life. You guys are going to have fun with it. You're going to do great. And I want to thank you both for coming on this evening. Hope that you'll watch the rest of the show on the YouTube channel and see what's up, because we are going to see Stacy, but we are going to see Lloyd and Reagan hold hands.
Hashtag scare Lloyd.
Huh?
No,
Hashtag scare Lloyd.
no.
Right, Kylie, we got to get you one of them t-shirts.
He just
Hashtag
thinks
scared Lloyd, got a dog jumping at him, and Lloyd's going, yeah. He's
I'll
like,
wear it loud and proud.
yeah, be loud and proud, Lloyd. Come on. Show your love.
Yeah. Yep.
I
No
mean,
need to
Lloyd
be
ought to
judged.
know after that the other
Huh?
day. So Lloyd ought to know after the other day. I wear it loud and proud.
Oh, absolutely. So, anyways, guys, we'll let you guys go off of here. But, Kylie, it was a genuine pleasure meeting you and Jake the other day, and your mom. And, Brooke, I look forward to seeing you again very soon. You know, maybe we can get together and go out and grab us a lunch or something or another, okay?
That sounds good.
And my love to your youngin' and to your family and to your mom and all that. And you guys take care of yourself, and I will be
Love
seeing
you,
you soon.
girls.
But stick around and watch this if you
Love
get a
you
chance,
too.
okay? because we're going to have a lot of fun. But again, Kylie, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That's Kylie Tackett, a.k.a. April, and Brooke, a.k.a.
That's my
Brenda.
April.
That's
Yeah.
our April. When I saw you open that truck and you had that look on your face, that smile, and then I just saw you kind of hop out of that truck, I thought, oh my gosh, that is her. That's April. Because she did the same thing.
Her and Brooke are going to be perfect.
Oh, they're going to be like peas and carrots.
It's going to be perfect.
But now, yeah, expect it to look intense at times and stuff like that. But we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. And who knows, maybe we can even get Lloyd to go get us lunch. That would be nice. So we'll put Reagan in the car with him, or Jenny, or maybe Lars.
No.
They're all
Yeah, you wouldn't even drive back from getting.
We can put all of them in the car with him.
We have
Are
to
you
tomorrow.
kidding? Are you trying to give him a coronary?
We have to tomorrow, and he knows it. He knows that he's been through this. He already knows what's coming.
Yes, girls, thanks a lot. We love you and we
Thank
appreciate
you,
you both
girls.
so much.
Yes.
And
Thank
we're
you
glad
guys.
to have you on board, and we're so grateful.
Yes, very
So
great.
glad to be on board.
You guys have a wonderful night. We hope you keep watching. And
Bye.
good night.
Bye, baby.
Mommy, come on.
Well, the baby made it clear. Mommy, come on. Let's go.
Mommy,
We
come
got
on.
things to do.
There's
Okay,
the boss.
so yes, absolutely. They are the boss. Speaking of what you're just talking about tomorrow night, Breathitt County Public Library, 6 o'clock. That's when the doors open. Nobody needs to get there sooner. Get there at 6.
If they get there sooner, they have to wait anyway outside until we get
Yeah,
everything
and you know what?
put up and fixed and blessed and all that.
Yeah, that's right. Everything's got to be. There's a certain
process.
way that this thing has to go down in order for everybody to be safe. But this is going to be tomorrow. And Stace, how long would you expect this to last? I mean, you're the expert here. I'm just going to be
Depending
there.
on, last time it was 2 hours, but depending on the questions, if anybody wants to know anything or like people have private things they want to come and talk to me about, they even bring dolls from their homes and let me look at them and see what's going on. So it just depends on,
Where's Lloyd at
who
during all
shows
this?
up.
Because he ain't going to be there.
He was opposite me on the other side of the stage.
He didn't want around the dolls. We'll
Most
work on
of them
getting
in
you
the
one.
back.
Do what?
I was like close to the back door.
He was near the exit. So, but I will be there too. So, and
For anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours.
well, yeah,
It
make
just-
plans on being there for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, whatever. And I'll tell you what we will not be doing. We're not going to be bringing a portal or the spirit box.
No equipment.
No equipment. This is about the dolls. The only equipment I think Stace may bring is the EMF detector. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll be bringing some of those, and that's just for anybody who wants to test the dolls themselves.
Yeah, but
you can
there's
bring
going
one from
to be
home.
no spirit box. That's
No,
something
I'll
that
do
we do
that.
here on the gatherings. And don't get me wrong, she can do it in a public place. But here's
I
the
don't
thing:
take
if
the
we do it
portal
for
out of the
one,
house.
do what?
I won't take the portal out of the house.
Yeah, if we do it for one person, you got to do it for everybody that wants it, and then we'd be there all night.
I actually tried that a couple of times ago at the show we had in Paintsville.
Mhm.
I actually tried, doing that for everybody, and there just wasn't enough privacy and time to sit down and do it right. So I don't want to short anybody their time. If I can sit down and help them, then I want to do that. But, there's probably not a good place because everybody's around.
Well, we've still not had anything on it yet, but the gatherings contact is all about that. Our Patreon members can come up and say, "Hey, I'd really like to hear from such and such or so and so," and Stace will, I don't know, whatever time she sees fit to give. And sometimes people will come through, sometimes they won't, because what you got to remember in the end is that they're spirits, just like you and I have a spirit. And they're no different. It's just they don't have a physical body in this form. So, Stace, with that being said, we'd like to remind everybody that you listen to this at your own risk.
Absolutely.
Whatever comes through is what comes through. And we pray for that nothing but those of love and light come through. And if there is somebody that you want to contact, then think about them. That connection is the best thing in the world that you got going for you.
Yes.
Your memories, your thoughts, your prayers, that kind of thing. Think about them. All right. So,
Think
Stace,
anything. Good memories, anything you can think of, get that person in your mind, and you can make that contact. We can try to get them through.
has
their
it been
voice.
active today or this evening?
It's nonstop since the newest doll came in. But those creepy voices, I mean, that's what it is. So
That's what you got.
that's with
coming
her.
through. Okay, that's with Reagan.
That's with her. We haven't had those, you heard them a few yourself.
Yeah, I did.
last week. So
Yeah, Lloyd doesn't like that he's back here doing the Gene Simmons thing. So it's
he wishes
Lloyd
he could
loves
do
it loud.
everything.
All right, so is the spirit box fired up?
We're all fired up and ready to go. Got the most haunted babies up front with us.
Well, this is definitely going to be interesting to see how tonight goes. So, with that being said, once again, we want to thank Kylie and Brooke for both coming on and say that we love you both
Yes.
and thank you so much. So, if you want to, Stace, go ahead and fire it up and
All
let's
right.
get started with
I'm
it.
going to fire up my little pedestal here. My stand, I guess you will.
We have to get another camera.
Yeah. Then we could definitely get another camera and put it on the opposite angle.
That
That
would
would be
pretty
great. Yeah.
Mhm.
That way everybody can see what's going on. Can you see Reagan? I cannot even see her over there. It's so dark.
No, I can see her now. Mm-hmm.
Wait.
What's she doing?
Oh, come on.
Just grab her. All right. We've got the portal open if anybody wants to come back through for us. You know who you are. You've been coming through all day for us. Everybody's listening now. Let me clear this up. Oh, there it goes. Whoop. Y'all don't start messing with my camera tonight. I just put it up there. Okay. Do you have a message for somebody?
I'm so sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. What are you sorry about? Is there a reason that you're sorry? Did you knock the camera? You knocked it over and touched the floor. Are you the one that knocked my camera over?
Oh, God.
Said I can't complain on this.
Or Lars.
Heard her say Lars just then. To the one that came in with Reagan, are you still here? I heard yes. What's your name? Jack.
Yes, Helen.
Hang on, it's in the hall. Let me go shut it off.
Smart arse.
A smart arse. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I don't know if she's talking about you or me, Lloyd.
Me.
You.
Dash to glow.
Is that better?
The hell was that?
That was some words for sure. Can you tell me your name? Who are you here for? Things were quiet.
Lars, spray aggressive.
Is this your doll?
A few zone for.
Oh,
Where's the lost score?
We're the lost. Something we're the lost. Yes, we're live. Can you come through if you're with the doll, Reagan? Me. Who's me? Do you have a name?
Where?
I heard the girl. Are y'all going to bring the girl back on tonight so we can talk to her? She has a story that she needs to be told. I would love to hear from her.
Yeah, I forgot to park.
Something up to par? Did you say she's not feeling up to par?
Platform along sheer.
Yeah, we can see her. I heard Doug.
yeah.
Did you want to talk to somebody named Doug? Or is that your name?
Remoster bit.
Anybody
Spirits.
making it out?
See the spirits. Did you have a message for Doug?
Sewer picks a stall slow.
Who was it for? I can't remember. I got that name. It's a whisper. You don't have to whisper.
Sit. Excuse Pugh.
Can you tell me anything about the doll?
Ailer.
Boy. Can you tell me anything about the doll?
Oh,
There you
no.
are. I knew you were coming sooner or later. What can you tell me about the doll? I know you said mine. Is that your doll? And so are you. I'm going to reach her. Can you reach her? Is that what you're saying? She'll have a good home here. I need to reach her.
That's scary crap.
Why do you need to reach her? No, it's not. Just because somebody has a different voice. Fear of you. You don't have to fear me. Why do you need to reach her? Does anybody want to come through for anybody in the chat?
That's freaky.
If you want to move her, you can.
No.
Can you move one of the dolls? I did. Can you do it again where we can see you?
I'm telling you, if I didn't know any better, I would think that Tobias is breathing.
You know, somebody else sent me a message last week or something and said the same thing. So they watched it 3 or 4 times.
It looks like that gown, or his clothing is moving up and down. Yeah, right there where your hand is at.
That's great.
Lloyd, have you ever passed out during one of these things?
I'm about to.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you do, it doesn't make you any less of a man.
About peed twice.
Lord.
Jeez.
Something in your ear. Can you whisper in his ear? He would love it.
No, he would not. Pea soup.
Something after me. Did you move her?
Hell no. I ain't touch her.
Use your voice.
Oh, my head.
Did you hear that? That was plain today. Is that what they tell you? Use your voice.
It sounded like he said, "Here we are."
God.
Something and carried it out.
Yeah, I'm about to carry it out.
I mean, you cannot help what comes through this box.
But you have to admit, it definitely is interesting.
It sure did burn my eyes.
Good Lord.
Can you tell me what that was? You fight and arrested? Not me. Never. You must be talking about somebody else. Lars said to show him the sweets. Okay. That was clear. Yeah, I went back so far and I'm still missing it, Barry. Are you hanging around the doll? Must something go home. Are you going to be with us tomorrow whenever we take the doll to the tour? Can you tell me your name? Tell them something or fire or something. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Heard fire for sure.
Tell them friends of fire or something like that. Is that your real voice? It said your voice. Is that your real voice? I like it. Can't understand that one.
Anybody?
Any of these your favorite dolls that we have up here? while we've got them sitting up here getting ready to pack them. Something, your voice. Take your voice sensor. Jeez, are you serious right now? I don't think anybody else heard that. If they did, they would have said it. So
Well, I'm kind of in the dark about it.
he said it said scary diarrhea.
Oh, he's talking about Lloyd. Okay. So,
Yeah, Steph. Lars wants some candy, evidently. This thing keeps saying his name. It makes me wonder. Okay, I'm going to start the other box.
Why are you turning me off?
Well, because it's just getting a little...
Scary?
No, just weird.
Sure, April asks for.
Be sure April asks for.
Ah, jeez.
Did you hear that? I said that something in that doll.
Grace Plosor.
I swear that reminds me of The Sims.
Useful.
Useful. Me? Who's me?
Missile Oglo. Jerk.
A guy. Does anybody have any messages or want to come through for anybody that's in our chat?
Never heard knock it off.
What?
I just said she thought it.
Sure, Pugh.
Where something goes. Remember, everything is love and light. Remember that.
Over ceased XR. Or stay ox user.
I honestly don't know. I'm trying to move it all, see if they make any noise.
Yeah, so.
Does anybody else want to come through? Something rain? Are you where it's raining? I said Bonnie.
What the hell's that clicking noise?
Alan?
Alan.
Brad?
Oh, Lord.
Uh-huh.
Barry said Reagan's moving her foot.
That's great. Now you know to be good. Is somebody moving the dolls? Can you tell me who's moving them? Who's moving them? So am I.
Right over Chris's head.
What?
Well, that's lovely.
A word come through?
No, Barry, what'd you say?
You react to her.
Yeah, I do.
How do I react?
He might be.
How do you react? Do you know me that well? Tell me how I react, please. What? No. I didn't hear that. What? Somebody's house. Jody's house? Are you around Reagan?
Oh, Reagan's foot. That is scary.
I will. All I can do is just turn it off because that's what's going to come through no matter what.
If you react, you react.
React. Together. Jamie? Do you have a message for her?
Technical club. Frank. Elsa.
Can you tell me what this doll's name is? What's this doll's name?
Someone like Reagan.
You said it earlier.
Just wait with you though.
Can you tell me?
What's sitting here?
The
You
doll.
consider Chiefo.
You are very beautiful. The doll in the back, she said, was moving. Her head moved. I don't know if she's talking about Olive or Roselle over
Should
there.
you talk on ordering?
The one standing up or the one sitting down with the white on? Or the one standing up with the beige stuff on?
Me's a story.
We can go back and look anyway. Lars, do you like your new boots?
Some clue or football else. So stereo.
I don't know, but that sounds like Clueless to me or something like that.
Skill.
Like so totally awesome. I keep hearing Helen right there. Helen. You have a message for Helen?
Merciful to your history. For E-Cloud.
Is that your message? Is that your message for her? Well, we're listening. If you have a message, let us know what it is.
Camera glitched.
Can you tell me?
Warning.
A warning? What's the warning? Are the dolls haunted? Can you show me? Did the camera glitch?
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
Blood.
Blood.
Great.
Who's got blood on? Some have blood on them. He shouldn't have any.
Worst thing up
He shouldn't have anything on him.
there.
That's Roselle. Yeah, that's the oldest doll. If anybody wants to come through for your family in the chat, you can come through. They're concentrating for you. And I'm going to help them. Rochelle?
What was that?
Rochelle, lovely something. Joffrey. What if it said Tyrion? Who is Rachel? Do you have a message for her? You can tell me. Amy. Baby or Amy? I'm still.
Oh,
Nephew.
nephew.
Nephew. It said nephew. Plain as day. So it said dumbass. It really did. COVID? Right. Is that what caused you to have problems and pass? Or your nephew? Right. We're very sorry about that. Can I get any more messages out for you guys?
The number 6.
Oh my God. That was loud and clear.
Number 6.
That was a full sentence. Well, 3. The number 6. And can you tell me what the number 6 has to do with your message? Or who needs to hear that? I snuck. Where did you sneak? Trees? Were you running away from somebody? Something baby. Something the guy said something. He said Trent maybe.
England.
Evening. Attaboy, sir. Can you tell me why the number 6 is important to you?
Sin.
Sinned.
Sin.
Something bull Barris. It's the Game of Thrones names tonight.
Oh.
I mean, they're not going to bite you. You don't have to act like an idiot. You're killing me. The look on his face is always just pure horror. It's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
The behind the scenes of this.
River.
That's what he does the whole time.
Oh, God.
Dork. You're the spirit box, you dork. Boy.
Oh, great. Now it's saying my name.
It knows you by name. Go ahead, I'll give you $5 if you say who's your daddy. So.
Please.
Oh, God. How about running out?
You can't run out on these babies. These sweet little babies. Right.
No.
Can you all move the arm on the doll like this for me?
If Reagan's head moved, I'm out.
Now she moved that one time because her head I think is heavy, but I don't think it was anything that caused her to move. What?
12 o'clock.
Okay, so what's at 12 o'clock? You said 12 o'clock. The river. What's that mean? The river.
Deborah.
Deborah. Do you have a message for Deborah?
Stew deeply.
What do you think? Let me get everybody's thoughts on this real quick. Does everybody like these shirts? These are some of the shirts that they've got made up for us.
I think they look pretty good.
He just texted me and said they've got these made up. Yes, they do. There's a space if you want to read it. I like you. It's like I said, I like you, Chris. Come back soon. Oh, guess who's back? Why did you decide to come back and talk to us? Is it because we handled your doll?
So not really.
Something deliver us. What?
Stephanie said.
It may have, Steph. I wasn't listening. I was reading this text. If they can meet us on the Price Brook, I'll bring some with us. It'll be the next tour because they can't even get, I'd say 20 printed by tomorrow. But the price that they're offering us is still a little high. They want, I think, $40. And I told them, no, that's just too high for me at the moment. I was thinking more along the lines of about 25 or $30 at the most. So we'll see what we can get done. I already have a couple designed, but I'm definitely going to get us some made. For all of our family needs one. Something in your dresser drawer tonight. Please put me inside it. You talking about the drawer? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. Turn this one on a little bit. Oh, that's okay, Brooke. You can catch it some other time. We're going to have a couple more. I may try to get back around to Paintsville, too. Sound like it said something name with the last name Shepherd. Sound like Denise or something. I mean, this is going crazy. Sarah. She said we're through. Are you going to play that music for me again? That guy is here. Have I overstayed in the dark? Does anybody have any messages for anybody in the chat rooms? Your family is concentrating right now on talking to you if you want to come through. I love you. That was plain as day. Thank you for that. Florida's something zone. Bound and determined to get that out there because they're screaming. Get another camera and they'll get to see us jump out of our seats when these voices come through. What do you think about it, Chris?
I was just reading in the chat right there, and Crystal said that "I love you" sounded like her sister.
Oh goodness, yeah. I mean, it was definitely plain as day a female. So, I love you.
Whatever new software or whatever you're using is awesome. Voice Bank, whatever it is,
Yeah,
because
I
it
just love
comes through
your
clear.
voice. Yeah, sound banks.
Sound banks, they're great. So, but yeah, I'd say that we can wrap it tonight. It's been a great night. Got to meet some of the cast from the upcoming film, and of course, again, we remind you that tomorrow night, 6 p.m. at Breathitt County Public Library, the Haunted Doll Tour will be there. And if people are interested in this, come out and see it for yourself.
Yeah, we'll have some fun.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. And of course, you get to meet hashtag Scared Lloyd. So, yeah,
Right.
I know he's just thrilled about the whole thing, isn't he? So it's. Yeah, Steph, I think that Stace moved the camera back around to reflect her and Lloyd back there. So with that being said, I think that we can wrap it up tonight. We want to remind everybody once again, 6:00 tomorrow evening. We do hope to see you there. We hope that you'll come out and be a part of it. And just, it's going to be a lot of fun. It really is. And it's a great chance to learn something too.
Yeah, for sure. You get to learn all about these little sweet children.
Everybody's looking at Lloyd right now.
All you can see is his glasses reflecting in the light. There you go.
Yeah. He's back there. He's like, no, no, ain't gonna
It's like I
happen.
have to load these things up and down and go up these places with these dolls. So he's just kind of like, he's over it.
Lloyd's babies. Yes, yes, they are. So with that being said, we'll wrap it up for the night. And Stace, thanks a lot for a wonderful night. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow evening.
Yes, you will.
And we look forward to it. So guys, have a wonderful night. Get some rest. And thanks a lot for a great show tonight.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, everybody, good night. And as always, we love you. God bless you. And as always, stay mysterious. Good night.